Hey everybody, it's Crystal B. Happy April. I wanted to check in with all of my Astro peeps and kind of give everybody a heads up into what to expect in the month ahead. And by golly, it's going to be a pretty big month. We have, there's a lot of different planetary combinations that are in play, a lot of moves that will really be keeping us on our toes as usual. April is, well, first and foremost, I hope everybody is faring well with the Mercury retrograde. I know it's been causing a lot of aggravations and frustrations, a lot of going back, a lot of redos, but on the positive, I wonder if anybody out there has been having any encounters with anybody of the past. A lot of times we tend to reconnect with people from long ago or people that we haven't seen for a while. So that's actually one of the positives of Mercury retrograde. Looking ahead, April 15th is the day to jump for joy about, because that's the day that Mercury will finally station direct and we can finally hit the go button. April 15th is also a little bit more special, not just because Mercury is going direct, but because we're going to have a very exciting Aries new moon. And that is going to be holding some combinations that won't be around again until 2094. So, you know, aim big with this one. Think about, you know, I just finished writing my new moon article, and I really want you to think about going big with what you're going to do here. There's going to be some blockages, of course, with this new moon. There are a lot of frustrating combinations still in play, but there's a lot of support for new ideas, for invention, for, you know, thinking outside the box, because Uranus is going to be making a very big show during that April 15th Aries new moon. Something else that I want to mention about April, since I was just talking about Uranus, is that Uranus is going to be, for the most part, traveling through the last degree, 29th degree of Aries for a good part of the month of April. May is going to be a huge month because we're going to see Uranus transitioning into the sign of Taurus. So we're all going to get a buzz in the air about what these big changes might be. So definitely, you know, if you take a moment and stop, especially from the second part of the month on, I think you're going to get some good, you just won't be able to help but feel that change is certainly in the air. Something else that I want to mention about April is that when we get to the end of the month, we're going to have a pretty intense Scorpio full moon. And, you know, I must tell you that Scorpio full moons are very intriguing to me. I've been following them for many years, and the things that come out of them are rather interesting, insightful, and they always, you know, make me or somebody around me or people that I talk to take action. So definitely keep your eye on what is happening for you. End of the month, the full moon itself is on April 29th here in the United States. You know, I also finished writing my article about the full moon, and again, it's a very powerful one. A lot of powerful energies. Just to kind of put things in perspective, we have this new beginning that's happening mid-month with the Aries new moon. And then at the end, by the end of April, we have a real call to start letting some things go if we haven't already. And the moon will be reminding us what needs to stay and, of course, what needs to go. So that full moon will be on April 29th. In addition to that, we've got some really strong combinations at the end of the month. We've got Saturn starting to move into his annual retrograde. That's going to be happening on April 17th. We also have Pluto, the planet of the underworld, the planet that, you know, the mysterious planet, the very strong planet. He is going to be making his annual retrograde on, I'm just looking at my notes here, on April 22nd. So that week, that period from April 15th through the 22nd is definitely going to be rather interesting on many fronts. Whenever planets station retrograde in particular, you know, there's definitely high energy around, especially when we're talking about such big players such as Saturn and Pluto. The other thing is that at the end of the month, right around that Scorpio full moon, it's actually going to peak on April 26th. We're going to have a Mars-Pluto conjunction. And so those two pretty volatile planets are going to be touching each other. And, you know, there's going to be a high energy, very high energy around. Somebody's going to be angry. I feel it. I know it. But at the same time, this is a huge portal of energy to direct into getting something very big done. Now, if you are a member, I've got a lot of resources, a lot of additional reading material that you can check out on my site, which will help you kind of tune into how these energies are affecting you directly. And if you're not a member, also check out the free forecast, get a little snippet into your sign's horoscope, check out, you know, some things I have to say about the hotspot dates, and keep your eye on those moons this month. All right, everybody, until next month. Happy April. Bye-bye.